the spring of 1974, I was abused. I've been abused a few times, but I'm not going to get into that. But however, I will discuss one. My father abused me horribly. Physical abuse. So, if spring of 74, and I'm born in 1966, you do the math. But the problem is this. I have no closure as to why. I was beat with a extension cord for damn near 45 minutes, non-stop. I kept blacking out. Come back, he's still beating me. I black out. He come back, he's still beating me. Now here's the thing. Let's start from the beginning. My dad was married to my mom in 1962. They got married. At some point in between all this, the marriage fell apart. However, I have a brother that was born in 62. I'm the youngest. So I was born in 66. So apparently they were still together from 62 to 66. Because I was born. Now, of course, parents hang out with other friends and they drink and do whatever. But this particular woman, I thought was my aunt. Because I was so young, I thought she was my aunt. Her and my mother, she come by the house, they laugh, joke, drink. But come to find out, this was my father's mistress. What's his mistress? Anyway, my mom and father been arguing, fussing and fighting. He go to work. She know what time he get off. Well, sometimes he's supposed to be home by 4:30. Sometimes he didn't get home till about 7, 8, whatever. I watched my father beat my mom bad. Put her in the hospital numerous times. And then all of a sudden one day, he just disappeared. For like a whole month, he just disappears. Don't know why. Don't know what happened. So, during that month that he was gone, we struggled. So my grandmother, my mom's mom, had to bring us food. He had to bring us food. She had to bring us food. She was struggling. Didn't know what happened to my father. No clue. For a whole month. For a whole entire month. My mother, I'm watching her cry, trying to figure out how she gonna feed her kids. But my grandmother, awesome woman, always came through. My mom didn't go out there and find no other man to take care of her. She was just as clueless as we was to like, where he at? I'll tell you where he was at. He took his girlfriend and her kids on a vacation in Canada, a place called Bob Lowe Park, I don't know, something like that, for a whole fucking month. I would cry, like, where my dad at? But he's off while his family is struggling, needing food, starving. But this nigga off with another woman and her children, taking care of them. And then, out of nowhere, he pops up like it's nothing. So me being about 8 years old, shocked like, whoa. So me being so little, I guess he wanted to pick me up and play with me. I slipped up and said, get the fuck off of me. What's a slip? It was that child mentality of like, damn, you was gone for a month and then you wouldn't think you gonna come in and play around and So you know what he did to me? My little frail body, he dipped me in the sink and poured water all over my body. And I tell you what I'm telling you, as my creator, as my witness, this is what this man did to me. Stripped me butt naked. And God, and you know, extension cord stings. And he beat me butt naked after wetting my body from the kitchen through the dining room to the living room, up the stairs, through the hallway, to the back room where my grandfather was sleeping, because he stayed with us at that time. My grandfather would drink vodka at nighttime and he'd pass out. This beating was horrible. Only thing I can say to myself is, when is this going to stop? But the only thing I can remember is, like it was a dream. And I wake up out of this dream and he's still whooping my ass. And I pass out again. Like it was a dream. And I come out of it, he's still beating me. And one of the times that I came out of the dream, not the dream, well, this wasn't a dream. I guess I passed out. So at some point, me coming out of my unconsciousness while the pain was so unbearable, I think my body was going into shock at that age. So during the times I was coming out of shock, I hear my grandfather say to him, like, man, is you crazy beating my grandson like this? My grandfather was drunk, and my father says, shut up, you old goat. Now, mind you, I come from a family. My mom got 10 brothers and 8 sisters at that time, back in the 70s. And my uncles wasn't to be played with at that time. And my grandfather had said, I'm gonna get my son on you. And that just bling registered in my mind. But I'm not even gonna get into that story. But anyway, beats me bad, I'm talking about. At one of the times, I snap out of it. I felt the strap coming across my face. My thing is, what kind of fucking monster would do that to his own child? I don't got no closure on this. You know why? Because he's dead and gone. Got no closure on this at all. None. No closure at all. Because I want to know, why the fuck did you beat me like that? Why? Why did you? I got an 11-year-old son. And there's no way I would beat my son. I chastise my son, I discipline my son. But it don't stop there. I'm just not gonna get into it. It got worse. And then I was forced to go live with him at the age of 12. Sometimes people ask me, why do I have so much anger inside of me? Or just let it go. It's the past. How the fuck can I let it go? It's a constant reminder. It's in the archives of my brain that sometimes the brain just bring up shit. But this man whooped my ass for some years. Did I ever get him back? I'm not gonna say. That was fucked up what he did to me. But that is just one of many abuses that I went through with other people. But that I'm not gonna record because it's just that fucked